I need,
What's up?
I'll be doing this on my phone so I can take it with me because I have to take off for a doctor's appointment, but my phone, I can
Well, this
bring
is
it
going to be a
along.
fast one. This is probably only a 30-minute because we're just covering some stuff. This isn't a training day. So
Okay.
it shouldn't be too long. So everyone and all you people that have new agents, we're developing a lot of stuff within EXP for the new agents now. If you can see my screen, there's a new EXP agent orientation. It's on May 9th at 9 a.m. If you go to Workplace, everybody should have access to Workplace. Okay, it's going to be in the broker stateroom, Hawaii broker room, Hawaii boardroom. Okay, so broker stateroom, you click on Hawaii, you go to Hawaii broker rooms, Hawaii boardroom, turn right and proceed straight. Okay, there's the directions. So anybody that's new to EXP or hasn't been selling a lot and wants to get back into the systems, this is a really good thing to do. So let's say you took 6 months off and you got to get reinvested in the systems. This is also a new class to come to. So I highly, highly recommend it. We also have other things that are coming about. We have regular orientation too, and there's also orientation in the world. But this is a good one to join in if you haven't taken it before. Michelle, we can probably post our listing here too, that one that came back on the market. The next thing is, let me go down here. Okay, Michelle, you're going to talk about the FinCEN. So anybody that's been seeing all the cash buyers dry up, this might have something to do with it. So I'm going to open this up for you, Michelle, and you can go ahead and address this.
Okay,
you take it away.
All right. So it's the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network mission to safeguard the financial system. So anyone spending more than $300,000 cash now has to fill out a GTO, a Geographic Targeting Order. So this will be sent to them from escrow, and they're just asking that we're aware of it and remind our clients to fill this out. And this is for any part of the transaction, whether it be, hold on, let me get rid of the view thing here. So, so sale of a residential property, 1 to 4, family, including condos and co-ops, between April 30th, 2022 through October 26, 2022, the sales completed, sales price at least $300,000. And then any portion of the transaction is paid cash, cashier's check, certified check, traveler's check, personal check, business check, money order, funds transfer, or virtual currency. So anything under that umbrella, they need to comply with the GTO. It used to be just Honolulu, and now it's the entire state. Every county is now under this.
Questions on that? Okay, sorry, I have a bunch of people jumping in right now, guys.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Can we just rewind the tape?
Yeah, so this is, it's kind of important to know because we're starting to see some escrows fall out due to this. So we're kind of in a challenging, are you in on your phone, Brent? Can you jump in on your phone? I'm having people tell me they can't get in on their phones.
I am on my phone.
Huh.
It went right in, no problem.
Tell them to join as an attendee. I think they're getting confused. It's asking if they want to be the host, and you just don't answer that. You look for the attendee.
That happened. Yeah, that happened to me. The link provided worked that Maria texted. The other link wasn't working, but this one did ask as an attendee, then it worked.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I don't know why people are having so much trouble today. Did something change on the system?
I don't know. I just used the link that
Huh.
I've had all along. There was no problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna reset. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and let you guys know. So we now have an onboarding for all new agents. Okay. This is, if you go to Workplace, everybody should be in Workplace and check this stuff out. Okay. If you go to Workplace, the new agent orientation is there. So if you have new agents that have come in, that have joined EXP, that are new to EXP, this is a really, really good class to take. Okay, it's going to be on the 9th at 9 a.m. I think that's what I said. Yeah, the 9th at 9 a.m. Okay, everybody that's a brand new agent has to take it. They just have to. Okay, it's going to really alleviate a lot of the problems that people have run into. And it's online. You don't have to leave your house. You can do it in your pajamas. So everybody should be jumping into this if they can. Okay, so if you've got new agents that haven't gone through orientation, this is a good way to go. We've got a lot of people. We have 8 people that joined in the last 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, I guess now. 8 people that have joined in the last 3 weeks. So it's a very important thing to do if you've got new agents that you guys have brought in, because I can't support everybody all at once. Okay, so keep your agents. Everybody seems to be in a recession or a transitioning market. This is when people start to change companies. Okay, so this is the time when people are going to start moving companies. So realize we're going to have a lot more people coming in. You need to dial them into some of the tools and processes we have. And this agent orientation is extremely important. So have them get into Workplace. It tells you where to go, where to sign up for it, everything. Okay, just click on the link and it's got a little video. The next thing is we're seeing a lot of escrows fall out. Now we've got 2 things that have happened because of May 1st. May 1st, we have the now C-level rise disclosure that every transaction that is closing from May 1st on is required to disclose. I'm not going over that class today because I did a long class. If you go into, I sent out the YouTube video, you can watch the YouTube video. I will upload it to Ohana Tribe as well, but we've got a long class going over that. So you can go over the C-level rise class, but that is deterring a lot of buyers. And now Michelle's going to highlight the FinCEN that is now also detracting from cash buyers. Okay, they're now being tracked, their cash funds. And Michelle, go ahead and take it away and talk about the FinCEN update
Maria,
that just came about.
I forwarded you the letter from Fidelity. It's a little bit more comprehensive.
I'll pull that up then.
Okay. So basically, any purchase where a portion of the transaction is paid with cash, any type of cash, cashier's check, certified, traveler's check, virtual currency, money order, etc., and then of course the fund transfer, they have to fill out what's called a GTO, a geographic targeting order. It used to be just for Honolulu, but now all of the counties have to do this.
So if you have cash buyers and they're purchasing over 300,000 cash, they've got to fill out a geographic targeting order. Okay, go ahead.
And this will come from escrow, so it's not something that you have to provide. You just have to, escrow is asking for us to remind our clients to sign this form.
Okay. So
I'm guessing that eventually we might have to put this in SkySlope as well. It'll probably become, you know, with your rest of your closing docs is what I'm guessing.
is it an escrow form?
Yes, it comes from escrow. They're just asking for our assistance in reminding, it's kind of how you do with tenancy vesting, etc.
Okay. So the reason this is going on, guys, is oh, there it is. There's the geographic targeting order. What I'll do is I'm going to upload this to Ohana Tribe so you have it. There's been a lot of money laundering going on with some of the investors buying property. They're putting it into property to kind of give it a clean look. So because of the money laundering, this has come into play. So if you have cash buyers, just let them know that this is a possibility. They're going to have, well, they're going to have to fill out this form. From what we've heard, we've had some large transactions. Michelle told me about a $24 million transaction that fell out of escrow. There's been some larger transactions starting to fall. due to this new reporting requirement, okay? Because you open yourself up to an audit, guys, is kind of what this will do. So be aware of that. And whenever you have to turn over your information to the U.S. Treasury Department, it's kind of a disturbing type of thing because they have policing powers, right? Everybody knows the U.S. Treasury Department has its own police force, part of the IRS. So just be aware they have police powers. So this kind of worries a little people when they're doing cash transactions. So we have a lot of headwinds hitting us right now. Okay. Today they raised interest rates a 0.5 point. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they went up a 0.5 point today. Now, 2 weeks ago, interest rates were at 6%. They ended up dropping back down because nobody was taking out loans. Okay. And at Monday, it was 5.25. Today, the 30-year fixed is national average is at 6.75. So it's got up a 1.5 points since Monday. Okay. So of what banks, and what I do is I pull the national average. So this is the national average. You might find a bank that loans to a person at 6.25 still, guys, or at 5 point something else. Now the 10-year ARM is as a note. Okay. If you have a buyer that doesn't want to pay over 6%, I would really recommend looking into the 10-year ARM. If they have the ability to pay that mortgage off within 10 years, or they're going to sell it within 10 years, start looking into ARMs, guys. Okay. Because if they're not planning, we need to stop doing the whole 30-year fixed. If they're not planning on staying there for 10 years, there's no point. And if they can afford a higher payment, have them do the 15-year fixed. Okay. 15-year fixed means that they're not tapped out on their debt to income ratio. Okay. And if they can afford the 10-year ARM or the 15-year fixed, I would say go for it. The 10-year ARM is the way people need to start looking into things. Okay. Because it's going to be, a big shift in people's mindsets. Now, we are headed into to more of a recession, stagflation type stuff. There's less buyers out there for the same properties. If you look at, I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is Wailuku and Central Maui. Can you guys see my screen okay? Okay, so this is Central Maui, Wailuku. All right, this is a sweet spot of where buyers are buying from $1 million to $2 million. That's where a lot of people are buying. We have 10 properties from $1 million to $2 million. Out of the 10 properties, 7 have had price reductions. Okay, the biggest price reduction was $200,000 down. We are seeing prices drop. So for all those people that keep telling me that nothing's changed, okay, that the market's still great, I'm sorry, but it's not. And I'm the one I'm your wake-up call right here. Okay, we have shifted markets. If you also look, our market times, we've got some properties that have been out there for 3 or 4 months. I think our market times are going to very quickly get to 90 days, possibly even 120, which changes from a seller's market, guys, to what's considered a normal, a transitioning or what's the word I want to say? A balanced market. Once you get over 6 months, you get into what's called a buyer's market. Okay, so Maggie, I know you just jumped in. We went over the new agent orientation, the new reporting requirements for cash deals, and the C-level rise. You can play this video back again so you can see it, okay? And now we're going over interest rates. So if you have a client, and I mentioned this last company meeting, that got pre-approved a month ago, they need to get pre-approved again. Because we almost went into escrow with a person that had gotten pre-approved, and when we reached out, they weren't still qualified. Okay, so if they're no longer qualified because interest rates have jumped literally 2 points since the beginning of April. Okay, it's in a month, they've gone up easy 2 points. Okay, you got to be, and we're going to go up again. Interest rates are going to be higher by the end of the year than inflation, and our inflation's at 8.5%. Okay, so if you have people that are on the sideline saying, I need to wait because I'm waiting for prices to come down, here's the damn truth. Okay, I just threw this together a few minutes ago. It took me like 2 seconds. You guys can do the same. I could upload it to, this is interest only. Okay, so in January, we were about 3.5%, right? So January, we were at a 3.5% interest rate. For a $2 million home, the interest alone would cost them $5,833. Okay. Now it's 11,000. Now by the end of the year, it's going to be 15,000 or more. So finance deals are going to be even tougher by the end of the year. If they want to get in on a property and they're financing, look into the ARMs. I really think the 10-year ARMs are a good way to go. If they can afford that 15-year rate, let's go for the 15-year rate. Okay, so the interest rate has such a significant impact on their monthly payments. People really need to learn. Now that the interest rates are at 6.75%, we're going to have a very challenging market, and you're going to have to really dive into your databases, guys. Get those people that are on the fence into something as quickly as they can, or have them rate lock, because it's going to keep climbing. The other thing I wanted to show you, okay? All right, so I showed you the price reductions. Tara, I went through a new agent orientation that's in. If you want to play this video back, it'll be uploaded to Ohana Tribe, okay?
Yes.
So this is 6.75 for 30-year fixed, 4.974 for 15-year, 5.956 for a 10-year ARM. This is where we've come from, guys. This is the history. Now, we had the interest rate increase right around here, right? That's when was it March that they did the last? I think it was March that they did the
You
last.
don't
No,
think, Maria,
April.
have you changed your screen?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is where we've come, and see how this spike is up here? This was the anticipation. Okay, so we had the interest rate change right around here in April. Okay, this is a 90-day since the beginning of the year. All right, so it jumped, it came down, it jumped. We went over 6, we came back down into the 5s. That's why I was telling people it's down at 5.25. We jumped, we went all over the place. And now we're up to 6.75. These are the rates. I want you guys to keep track. All you got to do is Google national mortgage rate average. We're going to be, by next week, we'll probably be at 7.25, because this is the rate. When the Fed changes a 0.5 point, guys, that doesn't equate to a 0.5 point rate and what banks will lend at. And I think they're expecting, the Fed was very aggressive with their statements. They're going to do another 1/4 to a 0.5 point jump next meeting. They're slowing down, they're putting the brakes. Gasoline prices have more than doubled. Diesel prices, which is going to affect supply chain as well as delivery of services, have more than doubled. Everything is going up. If you've made lots of money, put your money away, okay? Don't spend it. Save up any commission checks you get and put it away. Make sure you have a nice solid nest egg, okay? Because that nest egg is going to be important. We are hitting a transitory market, okay? And you guys need to know that. And now that they put the brakes on with the sea level rise and this now, what is this called again, Michelle? The FinCEN. They're putting regulations to slow the market down even more, okay? So we are seeing a transitory market, which if you got escrows, keep those escrows. Stay on top of those escrows, because we are seeing some escrows fall out, okay? All right, so make sure you're in Workplace. Make sure you're staying up to date on all this stuff, because we're posting a lot of major regulatory changes that seem to all be hitting at the same time in the state and in the federal economy, okay? Also, on a happy note, Shareholder Summit's coming up, okay? If you haven't joined Ohana Tribe, our Facebook group, go let me know. Just ping me or just try to join it yourself, and I'll accept your invite. It's got the sea level rise information out here. And then tomorrow, which is Cinco de Mayo, there's an AREA event, social event at La Katrina. So if you want to go to that, make sure you sign up because you have to sign up. Information is right down here. It's in Ohana Tribe. I'm trying to keep you involved in as many social events as possible as far as the things going on, as well as trying to keep you guys up to date. Make sure that don't screw yourself with that sea level rise. If you don't disclose that, guys, and the other buyer's agent, let's say you have a listing and you don't disclose and the buyer's agent knows nothing about it, and the two of you don't disclose, you are up for a lawsuit. And non-disclosure is not covered by E&O insurance. I can't say that enough. Misdisclosure can be. But if there's a state law that states you have to disclose and you don't disclose, your E&O insurance won't cover you and you could lose everything. I cannot say this enough. You have to watch the video on the sea level rise. It's as bad as lead-based paint. Okay, not just, well, lead-based paint, you only get charged $25,000 up to. But you got to do the sea level rise. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts. If you haven't watched the video, watch the video, learn how to do the full disclosure, how to print out the map, how to do it in everything. Okay, there's multiple videos out here. I know a lot of other brokerages haven't talked about it, but they're opening themselves out for a lawsuit. Because here's the thing. You don't do the disclosure, a month or two or 6 months or a year down the road, there's some type of flooding problem in that unit, and they go back and say, well, my agent never disclosed, lawsuit. And you don't even want the hint of a lawsuit. Okay, and I know I'm bringing this up again, and I talked about it last week in detail. We had an hour-long meeting about it, okay? The meeting's on YouTube. I emailed it to you guys. Watch the meeting, but you got to disclose. Lack of disclosure is going to bite you in the butt, okay? I mean, you might get, they might cover some of it, but you could be out for, if you sell a $2 million condo, the building gets condemned because of sea level happenings. You could be out for $2 million. I don't want to pay for somebody else's condo. Okay, so I'm smacking you around a little bit, and I apologize, but I don't want to see you guys go broke. And all it is a quick disclosure. You don't have control over the ocean, so let's not, worry about it. Okay. All right. Anything else that's happening out there? Any new listings? Any new buyers? Or anything you guys need to bring up that you saw that I missed? Because this has been a really big week, and I wanted to make sure everybody was just, tuned in for this.
I have, can you guys hear me? This is Maggie.
This is Maggie. Yes.
I have a listing coming up early next week. It's Kula. It's a house plus Ohana on a half an acre, and they're both fully remodeled. There are some views, and it's going to be listed at 1.75.
Okay.
And
Is that market or is it above market?
Right at market, I would say.
Okay. Don't go above market anymore, guys. You better have good comps. I know everybody before kept pushing 5 or 10% over market and they were still getting it. Don't go over market anymore. It's the market shifted like that. It's not that way. So good. Either go at market or just a little bit below, honestly.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I know. And then I have one, it's one of my personal remodels. I'm going to be listing. It's probably going to be like 3 weeks, but just if you have anyone, it's just needing some finishing touches, but that's a house plus a garage that is converted into an Ohana. The garage is non-conforming. We bought it with the bathroom already installed, but we just remodeled it, so it's a nicer. But that one is in Haile Miley. It's about a 10,000 square foot lot, and I think I'm gonna list it somewhere around $950.
So if anybody's got any buyers for a house in Ohana, $950, non-conforming Ohana, might be a good play. Okay, so if you got buyers in that price point and it's a remodeled house. Anybody else have any other activities or events? Congratulations, Anne Marie, for converting to commercial. She's now our first Maui commercial agent. I wanted to bring her in so everybody knows if you have commercial deals, you can refer them to Anne Marie. If you have commercial agents, start recruiting like crazy. we're going to do in a couple weeks at the office a commercial lunch and learn. So you can see the commercial model, see what that's structured at. So if you want to start recruiting commercial people, you know how to talk to them. Okay, so if you want to come to that lunch and learn, Anne Marie and I are putting that together. It's going to be the week of the 16th. Oh, I guess it's about 2 weeks, a week and a half out. We're putting that together right now. We're going to invite all the people from EXP that are in residential so that they can see what the commercial deal is, because commercial, they pay a higher cap. They don't have to be a member of the MLS. They can be, they don't have to be. They have more fees, okay? But at the same time, commercial tends to have bigger checks too. So if you have a commercial buyer for lease or for rent or for sale or whatever, I believe, are you doing businesses as well, Anne Marie? You're muted. Are you in the office right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to step out a second.
Okay.
I am going to be doing business brokering eventually. I have to take the class and get certified. But at this moment, I have somebody who can broker with me and partner with me to work on that. So it's going to be great. I actually have, as we speak, a listing coming up with a business brokerage with that, plus a lease, and then I'm working with another agent as well on possible commercial property in Lahaina. So things are coming along, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So we're going to run commercial out of our office too, guys. So if you have commercial, if you're in our tribe, you can still use our office. So it's not like you're giving up an office when you join our company as a commercial broker. So just realize that we have a lot of economies of scale we're going to be utilizing. Recessions, guys, are great times for growth and expansion. And the reality is, I was telling our other agents, is that that's when all the agents that shouldn't be in business leave. So we actually, it's kind of a nice time to be in business because the ones that are left are very professional. And if you play your cards right, I opened up in 2008 a new brokerage right in the middle of the worst downturn of our history. And we might have another one again, but I mean, you play your cards right, you can work it. So just wanted to give you that heads up. The meeting was just 30 minutes today to kind of catch everybody up on all the craziness that's with the regulations, with the new orientation, with everything. So I'm going to post this after the meeting right into Ohana Tribe. If you missed the beginning of it, please do play it again. We had a lot of really good content, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. We will be doing a Zoom meeting on Wednesday, and we're going to go over HomeSnap. So the new scheduling system with HomeSnap, we're going to do it virtually next week because I know a lot of people couldn't make it face-to-face. We're going to dive more into detail on HomeSnap. You can invite agents from other offices. It doesn't just have to be us. And we're going to train them fully on HomeSnap. Okay? So if you have other agents that from other brokerages, and then we'll do a Zoom after that, EXP Explained. So we're going to have an hour and a half of HomeSnap, and then we'll have an hour EXP Explained if people want to stick around. They're not required to, but I do want to get as many people trained on HomeSnap as we can. Okay, so that's next Wednesday. It's in the calendar. I believe it starts at 9:30. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out via email. Anybody else have anything before we go?
I wanted to say something.
Yes.
This is Jyoti. I have a Maui Kai oceanfront 1-bedroom vacation rental condo. They're amazing views. It's like you feel like you're on a boat. So that's going to be coming. There's a couple closing, and I'm just looking at. We're waiting for those to close before we list.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just be careful on pricing. Don't wait too long because the buyer pool is starting to diminish. So
I know. I don't have much control over him.
You know,
So
here's the thing.
I've been keeping him updated.
It might be a good idea just to reach out to the other agents and see if they'll tell you where it's closing at.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
So
I'm
if you do that, that way you can get it listed sooner. I don't recommend delay listing right now because I honestly think by summer, guys, prices are going to start to come down. Well, we're already seeing it a little bit in Central Maui, but don't wait till summer if you can. I'd list as soon as possible, especially if we have another half
Okay.
point jump. Okay.
Maria, can you
So-
talk about our listing that just filed at escrow?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
Well,
I
you
talked
can
the
bring
whole-
up the, you're better at it.
Okay, so we have a listing over in the islands. It's listed at 1.3. It's in a fantastic location. It's right next to a running trail. It's in a cul-de-sac. It's in a gated community. Okay. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, lightly remodeled, not fully remodeled. But it's priced perfectly to sell. Okay. It's one of those, if you have a client that's looking at a property and they're looking, it's priced ready to go. And I think they're getting a deal because it's a nice large lot. It's larger than most of them. Into the cul-de-sac, perfect location. So if anybody wants quiet and peace and needs to be near the hospital, okay, or any of the business centers, or near Wailuku as far as like government buildings, it's close. Okay. So perfect spot, ready to go.
Mia,
Yes.
why did it fall out of escrow?
No fault to the seller.
Was it the
We-
inspection or?
We found
Huh?
out that the buyer keeps going into escrows and then canceling them the last day they can.
Okay,
So
can you
no,
also tell me if
there
the
were no
master
requests. There were no
downstairs-
requests from the inspection to be fixed. They just canceled escrow. Do what?
Is the master downstairs or are they all upstairs?
Yes.
Primary is downstairs and then 3 bedrooms upstairs.
Okay, I know which floor plan. Thank you.
All right. Make lots of money, guys. Go get all those into business. And I wish you luck this week. Congratulations on having an awesome week. Talk to you later.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Bye.
Bye.